Hey, what's up everybody? This is DDS, and in this video I'm doing something special for my 25th birthday. I'm dropping this video on my 25th birthday, and the original idea behind this video was I was going to do a video on the 50 reasons why I cannot quit, and that's me referring to music, anything that I do, like even with these videos, just doing the things that I love to do. And I got that idea from a podcast called It Starts With a Vision podcast, where the guy, he calls himself Mr. Starts With a Vision. He did a podcast episode where he went through 50 reasons why he couldn't quit. So I started doing these a while back, and I wrote them down somewhere, but I just can't remember where I put them, unfortunately. But I actually was typing them in my phone as well. So I'm gonna read off some of these. I have 22 written in my phone. I didn't go over these, but I'm gonna go through and just read them, talk about them. I have 22, so I'm gonna come up with 3 off the top of my head before I even go to these. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a lengthy video. Just gonna be going through, letting you guys know 25 reasons why I can't quit doing what it is I'm doing right now. So like I said, some of them may overlap, but some of them may not. I'm gonna explain them, break them down a little bit, so this may be lengthy. I just hope I inspire you all here on my birthday. So, and if you're watching this after my birthday, I hope I inspire you today. Alright, so I'm gonna start off the top of the head with 3 reasons why I can't quit without even looking at my phone. And that is because the first one is with YouTube. I can't quit because I inspire so many people. It's amazing to me that I get people reaching out to me from all over the world telling me how they're inspired by these videos, me just making beats, doing what I love, and I'm helping them, you know what I'm saying? So to me, that's one reason why I can't quit, because inspiring you guys inspires me to keep going. Like, I can't express the feeling that I get when people tell me how I inspire them to keep doing what they're doing, or if they had a bad day and the video touched them. The second reason is just, let me see. It's really helped me build I don't want to necessarily say an audience, but a community of people that have helped me mature when it comes to being willing to speak in front of people. Like, that's one way I should say grown, not mature. It also helped me, you guys keep me on things. Like these top 3 right here are about YouTube. So you guys, this is my third one. You guys let me know about new software, new plugins, anything that I really might need. And I really do appreciate that, because you guys keep me ahead of the curve. Because a lot of times it'll be something that people haven't heard about, and then next thing you know, I'm already on it. Then it blows up and it's like, okay, I already did that. Like with Serato Sample recently, someone told me in my live streams about Serato Sample. So I jumped in on the beta, and I had it for, I don't know how long it was before it had released to the public. And then now it's like everybody's jumping on it, and it feels kind of good to have been a part of the beta, part of that. And yeah, so that's my first 3. So now I'm about to go through my phone. I'm sorry if I number these, because I am going to number because they're numbered in here. So the number 1 reason why I can't quit from my phone now is freedom. My life is like, I can do whatever I want to. I don't have a job. I don't work for anybody. It's just, I do what I want when I want, things like that, and that is priceless to me. Number 2, I came too far to quit. When I started making music, and the majority of these are going to be about making music, I believe. I wrote this back in December, so I believe it's going to be about making music. But yeah, when I first started, I just started with a laptop and Fruity Loops at the time. It wasn't even FL Studio, it was just Fruity Loops. And I was using the little keyboard like this right here to the keyboard and the mouse to plug stuff in and learn. I didn't know what VSTs was. I didn't know what any of that was. I didn't even know what a MIDI controller was. So it's really great to be able to look and see how far I came. Like, I have Machine Jam, Machine Micro, Complete Control. I got studio monitors. I got interface. I didn't have any of that stuff when I first started. I just had a Toshiba laptop. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember just sitting in the room on a laptop, had some little headphones, and just making beats all day, just having fun with it. It was fun. And then I have number 3, I love my life. I love how my life is set up. I guess that goes along with my freedom. It's just, I'm very grateful to be someone who can experience life as just, I live off my music and a few other things that I do. Like YouTube is not, I don't make a lot of money on YouTube, but it's extra money, I guess. Help me, might pay my phone bill or this other bill, and it helps. My photography stuff, I get a little money from that. and I hope to grow that eventually. I want to grow and tie my music and photography and videos and all that into one big business eventually. That's one of my goals. Like I said, I just love my life. I love the freedom, being able to do whatever I want. I go grocery shopping while everybody's at work, stuff like that, and just have a good time. Number 4, and this probably can relate to anybody. I've been in a bad space before, and I don't want to go back. Before my music took off, before I decided to dedicate myself, I lost my job. A lot of you are probably familiar with that whole story, so I'm not gonna go deep into it. But during that time, I was in a real bad mental place, and I'm never going back to that. And that was because even when I was working a job, I was not happy working full time, probably about 50 hours, in between 50 and 60 hours a week at a factory. And it was just mentally draining, it was depressing, and I just wasn't happy, and I was going through a lot, and I never want to go back to feeling like I'm not in control of my life. You know, even if I had to, you just gotta find a way to make money. Like, people have the tools at their hands to do what they want to do so they can live freely. Like, if I have this camera right here, I could take this camera and tell somebody who wants to start a YouTube series or something that I'll record it, give me $400 a month, and on that $400 a month I'll do 4 videos and edit them for you, and do that for a couple people. You can make some money off of that. That's just an idea. I didn't break it down completely, but that's just an idea. That's ways to make money, and you can have your freedom, because if you're doing one video for this person every week, and let's say you dedicate to them maybe 4 hours out the day, you know, 4 hours a week to them, and you just capture whatever they're doing that week, you'll figure it out. It's just a way to make some money, and then you'll still have freedom to do whatever you need to do, and you will feel in control. Now, number 5 here, sorry, my thing went away, is everything happens for a reason. You know, whether it's positive or negative, I believe that everything happens for a reason, and that everything happens for a reason, but how you react to it is what pushes the result. Like, you have this option or this option. Like, you hit a hard time, and let's just say you're pursuing music, nobody's buying your music. You could just stop right now, and you're gonna go along this path, and when you could have just kept going along this path, and stuff would have worked out for you. You were just in a down period right there, but had you kept working, kept preparing yourself, kept focusing on getting better, you would have been all right at the end of the day. That's how I look at stuff. Like, everything happens for a reason. It's just all about how you react to it. Even the thing that seems like it's the worst thing to happen could turn out to be the best thing that ever happened to you. So remember that. Oh dang, I lost my notes. Give me 1 second here. Sorry about that. I got so excited I ended up tapping the button and got out of there. Okay, I'm back on it. So that was number 5. Number 6, I want to be an example. I know I have this, like a variation of this throughout my text in here, so it's gonna come up again, but I want to be an example. I'm different. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, but I'm around people who do all that stuff because I'm in the music industry, I guess, and when I go to studio sessions with people, they do what they do, and I just sit there like I'm different. And a lot of people, you may not know this, but there's people out there you may be different in your own way. Let me put it this way. You may be different in your own way, but there's other people out there that's like you. There's people like me who do not drink and do not smoke, and they ask me, how are you able to do this while you are working in the environment where all this is? I don't like being around it, all that other stuff. And it's just, you gotta stay true to yourself, and if I can do it, you can do it. So keep that in mind. I wanna be an example to other people that's just like me. And I'm like, my whole backstory is different. Like, I didn't play sports in school, none of that. I was just like a video game, music, nerd type stuff. Then I got into graphic design, music, then it was started making beats, doing graphic design. So I was just different all around, and you see how I'm living. Some people told me if I didn't play sports, I wouldn't have friends and all that stuff, but I don't have that problem. So all right, back to this. Number 7, I want to inspire others. I kind of touched on that earlier, but when it comes to the music, I am really amazed, and this is outside of YouTube, the people that look up to me and say that I inspire them, and it's really like a blessing to me to be able to feel that way, because to me, I feel like I'm just your average Joe, but people tell me I inspire them, and I want to keep inspiring people to go after whatever it is they want to go after. I wanted to do YouTube, but I was afraid to talk on camera. Look at me now, I'm talking on camera all the time. I talk to you guys if I do a live stream, all that wonderful stuff. So it's just, I just want to push people. Now, let me see, where was I at? Number 8, I love what I do, simply. Like, I love the fact that I don't make music like everybody else. I just push buttons and have fun, you know. I love that. It's fun to me because I like putting the sounds together. I don't be like, oh, I got this beat in my head and I gotta go come up with these melodies and stuff. I'm not like that. I just sit down and play and have fun. And it's great to be able to live off of that. And along with my photography, I love capturing moments. That's why I love doing what I call it action photography. I'm not sure if that's a proper term, but I like catching people while they're in the middle of stuff. Like if I see some people playing basketball at the park, I may pull out the camera and just somebody going up for a dunk or a block and catch it perfectly, so that way there's no blur, no nothing, and it's just that moment that I caught right there. You see the intense expressions on people's faces and everything. I love that. Let me see. I owe it to the people that believe in me, and that's a big one, because regardless of who may seem like they don't believe in you, there's always some people out there that believe in you. And even those people who may seem like they don't believe in you, they may believe in you, but they're just scared of you making a mistake. And that's referring to family, because when I was getting into music and I was like, well, I lost my job, I'm just gonna dedicate my time to try and make something happen with this music, I had family members that were saying I shouldn't do it, I should get a job, I should do this, I should do that. But it wasn't that they didn't believe in me, it's just they know how, or they hear stories about how this music stuff or entertainment and as a whole works, and they don't want me to go out there and fail. They don't want me to be somebody who's going out after their dreams, because we all have somebody like that around us who went out for their dreams, whatever it is, and it just didn't work out and they didn't keep going. They just stopped. And when they stopped, it was like they became turned off against that whole whatever it was. They were starting a restaurant and the restaurant failed the first time they started. They didn't go back and do it again. So they're going to tell everybody, no, it's not worth it, it's not worth it, it's not worth it, it didn't work, it didn't work for me, it's not going to work for you type stuff. So it's not that they don't believe in you, it's just that they are, you know, afraid. And I owe it to everybody that believes in me, even the people that I don't know. The kid in Germany that reached out to me that's 10 years old telling me he watches my videos every single day and that I inspired him, and his mom was watching my videos with him and she bought him a machine because of me. You know, I'm grateful for that. Like, I owe it to those people. I owe it to that 10-year-old to be like, I gotta keep going, man, because you never know who that person's gonna be. That may be the next Dr. Dre or Pharrell right there in Germany watching my videos today. So I owe it to the people that's watching me and supports me and believes in me. Number 10, I owe it to God, and I believe in God. I'm not gonna push that on you guys. You know, I always say that, like, I have my beliefs, you all have your beliefs, but whatever you believe in, I believe that everything in my life has brought me to this point right here. It was all planned out. It was all God's plan, the good, the bad. It all got me to where I am right now. If certain things didn't happen, I never would have gotten into music. I feel like never would have gotten into it, or I would have gotten into it, but it wouldn't have been the same way. If I didn't live on a country road and lived on a city in the city neighborhood, and I was able to run around with the homies and all that stuff, it would have been, I probably wouldn't have been as serious about my music. But due to the fact that I was in the country, didn't have a car in high school, so I had to take the school bus home, and when I got home, it was like, okay, I'm just sitting here. Don't nobody, there's no other teenagers on my street. You know, I live on the road, but there's other families there, but there's nobody my age for me to hang out with. So I'm sitting in the house on FL Studio every day after I finish my homework, rushing through my homework just so I can make some beats. So I feel like I owe it to God. God gave me that talent. God put me in this position. God got me here, so I owe it to God to keep going with my gift. If I didn't have my gift, or if I'm just letting it go to waste, you know, I feel like this is my talent. I have multiple talents. My music, this whole thing right here, you see my studio behind me, my camera, my video, I'm talking. I feel like all this is my gift. I don't know where it's gonna take me, but I just feel like if I use it, I will be taken care of. And as long as I continue to inspire people, be positive, and show people, you know, the different ways to go about things, I'll be blessed for it. So I just continue to pursue it because I feel like I owe it to God. Number 11, I want to make my mom proud. Like, it was a great feeling to be able to tell my mom that my song was on the radio. First, somebody used my beat. That was a great feeling. Then it got on the radio. Oh, Mom, my song is on the radio, Ma. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, Mom, my song's being performed here, Ma. Oh, Mom, my song is what is it? I got a plaque. I'm getting a plaque for it because it's #1 on urban radio, Ma. And you know, stuff like that. Then when the money start rolling in, you're able to help with things. Well, I'm not even gonna say help with things because your mom it may not be the typical situation. You know, you want to buy your mom a house. My mom is married and everything, so I didn't have a dream in my mind. Oh, I want to buy my mama a house. No, my mama already has a house. You know, it was just I wanted to be able to do something. So I'm not gonna say what it was, but you just gotta be able to, it's just a feeling like when I first got a nice check, the first thing I did was made sure I gave my mama something that was very, 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 very valuable, you know, and it was just the gesture of it. And just being able to do something for your mom, you know, and I just want to continue to make her proud as my music continue to grow, as I continue to build my platform. I let her know like different things that's going on with me, and it's a beautiful feeling to be able to inspire your mom and your parents in general. You know, my dad, I don't know why I say inspire him. It's a beautiful feeling to know that your parents are proud of you is what I'm trying to say. I sound like I'm all over the place right now, but let me see. Number 12, I'm doing it for my future family. Yeah, like with that, like you guys know I have a child, and you know, beyond that, I look at it like I could be the example for my family going forward. I make music, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm invested in the stock markets, I'm trying to do real estate, I read books, I do all of this stuff, and that way I already have a son. I mean, if I have any more kids, I'll be an example to those kids. When my sister has kids, I'll be an example to those kids. Any of my cousins have kids, I'll be an example to those kids. And then that could be, I could change the whole way that my family thinks. My family usually thinks you go to work, you go to school, get good grades, you go to college, get good grades, you get a good job, and you just go to work and you live your life, you know. I'm different from that. I'm self-sufficient on my own. I have my skills, I have my talents, I just gotta put it to work, and then I can show this next generation of everybody that's coming up after me, like, yo, this is how we can do this. One of my goals that I want to do is buy some restaurant franchises with some family members. You know, I want to do stuff like that, so that way we can build wealth in our family and just be one of those rich families. And I could be that seed that was planted to make the tree grow long after I'm gone, you know. Get these kids to invest in stocks when they teenagers or even younger than that. Get them an account that an adult is in control of, but is making an investment. Let them pick the stocks and all that wonderful stuff, so that way we're growing. You know, we're not just staying at that same level, we're growing. Nothing's wrong with the whole going to school thing, by the way. I'm just saying I'm different from that, you know. You gotta, but I could be that seed. Now, let me see, what else do I have? Doing it for my future self. You know, I look back on my life and I see moments where I'm really thankful that I went through certain things. I made certain decisions. I'm thankful to myself for taking the risk when I lost my job and having well, he wasn't a newborn at the time. He's maybe going on a year-old, having a child, a 1-year-old, and saying, you know what, I'm not gonna jump and get another job where I get a paycheck right off the bat. No, I'm gonna try to live off my music, take this time and just pursue my dreams. And I am grateful that I did that. It was a hard time, but it was worth it. That's why I'm somebody who's not really afraid to go through hard times, because I've been at the bottom. I feel like I was at my lowest mentally, and it was just, if I went through that and I made it, I'm good. You know, I can always bounce back from whatever it is, I feel like. So I'm thankful to myself for that. So I see myself right there, so I just want to say thank you. And then in the future, I want to be able to look back and say, wow, you know, I might build a YouTube empire or something. Like, man, I'm glad I really started talking on there when I was sitting down, just not talking. And I'm thankful for that. Even like now when I'm making this video, I'm talking. Before, I thought it would be weird for me to sit here and talk on the camera and worry about, oh man, what if my parents heard me? Because at that point in time, I was staying in my parents' house. What if they heard me talking upstairs and hear what I'm talking about, and then they're going to do like, no, what if I mess up while I'm talking? I mess up while I'm talking all the time. I don't even edit it out, but it's just, I just had to get out of that, and I'm grateful because this has helped me beyond YouTube. It helped me in life. Like, I'm able to communicate with people better, it feels like, because I know there's tons of people out there watching my YouTube videos, and it helps me. So just want to be, what I say, I'm doing it for my future self. 14, I'm not where I want to be, you know. I live off my music, but it's not where I want to be. And I'm not saying that I want to be the biggest billionaire and all that stuff, like, no, but I'm not where I want to be. I have much bigger goals than where I am right now, and I'm working on that stuff. You know, I'm constantly brainstorming, thinking about different ways to make things happen to get me to where I'm trying to go. So I'm going to keep pushing that stuff, like, regardless. So yeah, that's all on that one. I'm not going to say exactly where I'm trying to go, but I'm not there yet. So I'm going to keep going till I get there. 15, my son looks up to me, and that's the craziest thing. Like, my son really looks up to me, and I have to be able to be that example, you know, because I don't necessarily want him to go the route of getting a job when he gets older. I want it to be, hey, start a business, do this, do that. What are your talents? What do you want to do? I don't want to be that parent that forces you to do stuff. Just because I did music, that don't mean you got to be in music. If you enjoy music, then hey, I already got the tools, and I'm going to have the tools, because I had my son young. I had my son when I was 20 years old. So when my son was born, I didn't have my son. My son was born when I was 20 years old. So when he's 18 and stuff, I'm going to be 38. When he's 20, I'm going to be 40. And I'm pretty sure at that point, I will still be into the music heavy like I'm into it now. So he will have all the tools at his disposal. I buy the latest VSTs and everything, so that gives him an advantage. I may not be the one that's meant to be the superstar producer. He may be the superstar producer, but that's off the topic. It was just he's looking up to me. So how would I want to be that example? I don't want to be that guy that say you could start a business, you could do this, you could do that, when I never did it for myself. Go chase your dreams when I didn't chase my dreams. You know, I want to be, my dad did this, I want to go this route. Maybe he wants to start his own, I don't know why I keep thinking about food. Maybe he wants to start his own cooking business or something. And I can say, well, son, I have my music business. This is how you should market. This is how you go about getting your LLC. This is about how you go about getting a corporation. You need to read these business books. These are what I read to help me get ahead and stuff like that. I want to be that for my son. And let me see. I want my son to have the best in life. I'm going to put these two together. Number 16 was I want my son to have the best in life. Number 17 was I want to be able to participate in the thing my son does, which goes along with freedom. Sorry about that. That was crazy. But I just want to be able to provide a living for my son, and I've been able to provide a great living for him so far off my music. I want that to continue, and I want to be able to take trips and be free. Like, hey, I'm ready to take him to Disney World and stuff. I cannot wait till I'm gonna wait till he's about 8, but it's like I can't wait for that day to come. And it's like, we're going to Disney World, because I want him to be able to remember it. I don't want to take him when he's 4 or 5 and it's like, oh, we're at Disney World. Then I ask him 10 years later, do you remember when we went to Disney World? And he say no. I want him to be able to say, yeah, I remember when we went to Disney World, and be able to participate and have fun, not just look at everything. I want to get on the rides and stuff. And I want to be there for him. Like when he has parent-teacher conference, I want to be at the parent-teacher conference. When he has, if he plays sports in school, I want to be there for all that. And if he has any type of activities, I just want to be there and be that dad that's able to be there for my son. And I feel like had I continued down the route of having a job where I had to beg somebody else, hey, my son is having something at school, can I go? And then they'd be like, no, I don't want that. I want to be able to just do like I do now. Whenever I need to go somewhere, I make sure I'm there. If it's within reason, you know, if I had nothing else going on and stuff, but I can rearrange stuff. When you work in that job, man, that 9 to 5 stuff, they may not allow you to swap that out. And it may be something so serious. What if it's your child's graduation and they tell you, no, you can't go? You know, what do you do then? It's not a good situation. So those two go together. I want my son to have the best in life, and I want to be able to participate with everything that goes around with the, along with freedom. Number 18, I learned this the hard way. These corporations that you work for do not care about you. Listen, when they laid me off, they sat me there. Keep in mind, I was working at a factory. And let's say that there were 10 jobs on the line for me to do. I did about, out of 10, I probably did about 7 or 8 of them jobs. And the other ones were because they were like specialties that I wasn't able to do at the time. But I did, so that's 70–80% of the jobs I could do myself. They told me I was there every day. They never had a problem with me. The only problems that they had with me was when I would write. In the downtime, I would write about a plan to leave, and they was like, no, you don't need to be writing while you're working. Okay, that's the only time people get in trouble for their cell phones, having food out there, all this other stuff. But I was only getting in trouble for writing, and they were like, you're here every day, we have no problems with you, you do your job well, all this other stuff. And then the but comes in, they be like, but we have to let you go. And at that point, it's like, that told me they don't care. Like, I've been breaking my back and stuff for this corporation, you know, like that, and they don't care. And they had another situation where they messed up something on their end, and they were taking it out of my paycheck, and I told them about it, but prior to, and they were like, oh yeah, that's our fault, we're not going to charge you for that, we're not going to double charge you for insurance. And that's what they did. So here I am working 50–60 hours a week, and my checks are looking like I could go work 20 hours, not even 20 hours, probably 10 or 15 hours at McDonald's and make that money. You know what I'm saying? When I'm working full time, because a mistake that they made and told me that I wasn't gonna have to pay for it. But then when I went back to them, they said, oh, well, we're sorry. That's just what we have to do. You know, they don't care about you. So that's why I'm like, if I'm not getting nothing out of it, or I don't see any benefit to me, like if I was to go work for a record label as an A&R or something like that, I would probably consider something like that, or as a producer, or it's just something. If I could be a teacher of music production, something that I'm really enjoying doing, I would do that. But as far as just getting a job, just get a job, no. Like I got too much going on, got too much hustle. It's too many different ways to make money out here. I'm talking about legal ways to make money out here. Like this camera, like I think about that because I tell my friend that all the time. Got the same camera. I'm like, dude, just go out there and take pictures. You're in a place where people will take pictures. Go invest, buy you one of them portable printers, go to this park and stuff every single day and just $5 pictures, man. You get 100 pictures in a day. That's $500 a day. You can do that, you know what I'm saying? I know people have cell phones, but they want real quality pictures. And if you do that with a little printer that's like probably as big as this, not even big, maybe about the size of this machine, maybe a little bit smaller, you can make your own money. And because these corporations don't care about you at all. People got laid off that was there for like 20 years, and that's ridiculous, man. 20 years, that's like, I was there with people way older than me, and they were getting laid off, and I'm like, yo, these people been here for 20 years. Your whole life is based off of this. They don't care, you know. All right, back to this. Let me see how much time I got left. This says I have about 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on this recording. So just so y'all know, if it goes in and out, it's because I had to start the recording over, because this DSLR can only record 30 minutes at a time. So we'll see what happens. Number 19 is I want to travel. I want to travel the world. I want to go around the world. I want to go through every country one day out, not every country, every state. One day I want to drive across the country just to do it. Like take a train throughout the country, take my camera, take my train, go throughout the country. I don't know why I said take my train, take a train, and just go throughout the country and just have fun, photographing everything, you know, just living life. I want to see things. 20, my physical health. When I was working at that factory, I was really unhealthy. I gained a lot of weight, all that, and just, yeah, it's not a good thing to do just when you just sitting down all day. You know, you eating and then you sitting down, eating, sitting down all day, sitting down for 10 hours a day, 11 hours a day, and you're not really, no physical movements except for your hands and all this other stuff. So you gaining weight everywhere else, and it's just not a good thing. And my mental health, like I said, I was probably borderline depressed when I was working in that place, to be honest, and that's not a good place to be in. I was in a dark space, and I was lashing out, as far as like I'll be always angry. If you say something to me, I'll be ready to snap in a second. Anything, you know, it was really hard, you know. And I look back on that and I'm like, man, I came a long way, because now I'm like, I have my negative times, but I'm majority positive. I try to find the best in everything. Back then it was just a dark place, and that's a bad place to be in, honestly. And I just don't want anybody else to be there. Like, I don't want my family to be there. I don't ever want to be there again. That goes back to what I said when I've been in a dark place, and I don't want to go there again. Like, that place wasn't good for my mental health. I'm working with people that's 50, 60 years old, and you know, I'm one of the youngest people in there, and it's just like, is this what life is all about? You come here every single day for a paycheck. You hate going here. So since you hate going there, you mad about it. Nah, that's not for me. I need to find something different for me. And that's another reason. And then I'm gonna get on this next reason after this video quick, because I think it's going to quit in a second. So give me a second. All right, so I'm back. It did stop. So this last reason, because I'll be 25 even, because I gave y'all 3 before. So 22 is I want to help people, and that's a real big thing. That's really why I started my YouTube. YouTube wasn't really to build my brand or audience or nothing like that. It was just, at first I would say it was because I just wanted to showcase my beat making skills and all that stuff. Like, I can make beats, but then as I got into it and people started asking me more questions, I realized that it was something for me to really help people. Like, people have questions about all different kind of things, and the answers are so simple, and people don't answer those questions, and I don't understand why. It's not really a secret. Like, somebody was to ask me how to turn the machine on, why would I not do that? How do you load a VS10 machine? Why do I not tell them that, you know? and it became something that I'm really passionate about. I really enjoy doing these YouTube videos a lot, and I love getting the feedback from you all that I'm helping you all. Like, I'm teaching you new things, y'all are teaching me new things, and I really feel like that's what it's about, because when I first started out, I didn't have anybody to help me. If I asked for advice from people, a lot of times I was ignored, or it was just some advice that wouldn't work. You know, how do you load a VST machine? Oh, you just load the VST machine. They didn't answer the question. I didn't ask that question, I'm just giving that as an example. It's how they would, the type of responses I would get. So it's really just one of the things where I really just want to help people and help inspire people, and I have gotten some great benefits from working with YouTube, you know, building the audience. It has helped me sell a few beats, because I'm not heavy into the online beat selling. I do it a little bit here and there, but I still get sales because of YouTube, like random $50 sales and stuff, so that's wonderful. And then I'm also working with, you guys know I work with Native Instruments because of YouTube, so it definitely has its benefits to being willing to help people, because if I wasn't really willing to help people, I wouldn't be on YouTube as much, like doing videos like this, because I feel like this video will touch somebody somewhere. Somebody gonna sit and watch this whole video. I'm telling you, somebody is gonna sit and watch this whole video or just listen to it, and then they will take some of the stuff I said and look at their own life, and it will help them decide why they can't quit. You know, people think about quitting, and they may just need that one spark to help them keep going, and that one spark could lead to something else. It's just like the snowball, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and who knows what's going to come from that. Like, if somebody was thinking about quitting yesterday, then they watched this video today, and then they made a beat tonight about like just making beats or whatever it is that they want to do. They just do it, and then, not saying that this will happen, but tomorrow they post the beat or send the beat out, and then next thing you know, they get contacted a few days later like, yeah, we're using this beat for a major project, and next thing you know, they're getting paid because they kept going when they would have gave up, you know, and changed their life. So I really just want to help and keep inspiring people. Honestly, that's what this whole thing is about to me. Like, YouTube is really fun. I got to know a lot of people, so yeah. Anyway, y'all, today I'm dropping this on my birthday, 25 years. I'm not in my studio right now, even though you see it back here. I'm going to be out of town in LA, so yeah, so I'm about to go out and have fun. And this shirt, I don't know if it was a birthday gift, but shout out to Fashata for giving me this. You know, I really do appreciate it. I love this shirt to death. That's why I made sure I wore it on my video that I'm dropping on my birthday, so that way it's like a special thing. And I appreciate all y'all, man, for real. I appreciate every last one of y'all for watching my videos, all the support. My YouTube is really growing, and it's just amazing to me because I really put out a lot of videos. Like, I went a few days this week without putting out videos, and my graph is still going up. You know, it used to be, it was going up only when I did stuff, but if I took 2 or 3 days and didn't do anything, it would have dropped right back down. I had to rebuild the momentum back up, but now it's to a point where it's working because I put in so much work on these videos, man. And the only reason why I haven't been doing it the past 3 days is because I just got busy with some real life stuff that I had to deal with. I went through the different events and all that, so I've been busy with that. Then I had other stuff I had to deal with, and then plus I had some other changes coming up soon that I'll talk about on another video that you guys will see. But it's gonna be another period of time where I probably won't have as many videos. I'm not sure, may have to figure something out, but I'll figure it out. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully you all have a wonderful day. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Take care.